Welcome back to On the Rise, the latest CanMNT news, and today was a very exciting day for CanMNT soccer as our star three fullbacks in Adekugbe, Alphonso Davies, and Alistair Johnston all took to the pitch in amazing performances today for their respective clubs, as well as Liam Miller, who did come onto the pitch for FC Basel in the 90th minute, getting a little bit of a cameo appearance, but nothing really to talk about. And this could have been an extremely more busy for CanMNT soccer today, as there could have been 9 players taken to the pitch, but of course, due to injuries, resting players, and all of the above, there were only 3 players who did take to the pitch in our star 3 fullbacks, as well as Liam Miller, who we won't be talking about today, but we're going to hone in on those 3 fullbacks, of course, our star players, and 3 of my most favorite players, probably on the national side, who I really enjoy watching, Adekugbe, Alphonso Davies, and of course, Alistair Johnston. We're going to jump straight into this, guys, and deep dive, analyze the performances, guys, and round it up for today's CanMNT soccer. And we're going to start with the early morning performance. Of course, our man Adekugbe, who took place in a 4-1 loss for Hatchespor this morning for his club, but he was pulled off after 60 minutes when the score was still 2-1, as they did make that sub for Adekugbe to come off the pitch for Zé Luiz, as they did want to push up and look to score a goal, as this was an important match for Hatchespor in the relegation battle. So Adekugbe did have to depart off the pitch in the 60th minute for a attacking sub, so it was still only 2-1 when Adekugbe did take part off the pitch, but he did end up getting a 6.2 match rating and still had a very good game, even though for his match rating was defensively solid, made some brilliant plays going forward, and created some chances as well from a deeper fullback role, going 22 for 28 accurate passes, going for 79%, which is still very good for a forward-thinking fullback who is looking to create chances and continue to make those bombing forward runs. Did create 2 chances with an expected assist of 0.11, having 44 touches with 7 passes into the final third, which is truly brilliant for any fullback. Being able to get forward and create any kind of passes into the final third is, of course, very exciting. His accurate crosses were not great. His crosses were 1 for 7, but that is such a stat that I don't like to hone in on, because a cross metric is very weird to analyze, as it could be just bouncing in the box and could create a weird chance as well. So I don't really like to look at the accurate crosses stat, which does play a huge part, of course, to his rating, as he is an attacking minded fullback. But if you look at his defensive stats, they are truly very good for today. 1 for 1 for tackles won, winning 1 recovery, as well as going 1 for 3 in his ground duels, and going 3 for 4 aerially. Adekugbe had a very decent game defensively when he was on the pitch. Of course, it was not a great game for his side, Hatchespor. He was the best player in the back line, and overall one of the best players in his side throughout the whole match, and he did only go 60 minutes. So Adekugbe had a very decent performance, guys. Nothing to really complain about for Adekugbe. He was very good, in my opinion at least, even though they did lose 2-1 while he was on the pitch. But it was also another exciting day for another fullback within the CanMNT. That was a right back or a center back in Alistair Johnston. Our 24-year-old Alistair Johnston, after his move from CF Montreal, has been absolutely stellar for Celtic, and he has done it once again today in a 3-0 smashing of Livingston, having one of the best match ratings within the squad. He was truly brilliant, going the full 90 minutes, getting a 7.5 match rating, and having 1 shot throughout the 90. He was total class, going 69 for 78 for accurate passes, which is truly brilliant. Like I said, guys, for an attacking-minded fullback, which most of Canada's fullbacks are for their respective clubs, that is fantastic. To have that kind of an accurate passing metric is phenomenal. Going on and attacking, he was brilliant going forward, which I will tweet about and bring out his stats as well on my Twitter page. But guys, this was his stats going forward. Having 94 touches for 16 passes into the final third, almost doubling Adekugbe, even more than double what Adekugbe did produce for Hatchespor, going 4 for 5 accurate long balls and being offside only once. You might think attacking wise he was brilliant. How good was he defensively? He was also a rock defensively, as how we know Alistair Johnston always is, guys. Sorry for a slip of tongue. He ended up having 1 clearance, 1 headed clearance, only getting dribbled past once throughout the entire 90, and having 7 recoveries, as well as going 3 for 3 aerially and committing 2 fouls. Alistair Johnston is a true lock in that right side of the defensive role in that Celtic side, and he has definitely cemented his place after Josip Juranovic left, and now being on that right side of that back line with Michael Carter-Vickers, of course. This is a huge North American backs line for Celtic, and it's such an exciting time to see Alistair Johnston killing it for a top side like Celtic in a 3-0 victory against Livingston. We're going to move on to our last performer of the day, guys, who was absolutely phenomenal as well. Everyone was concerned when they saw the roster come out that Alphonso Davies was dropped for, of course, João Cancelo. Today, of course, Cancelo came in from Manchester City to join Bayern Munich on deadline day, a transfer that no one really expected to see happen. But everyone, the panic and concern was there. Would he play right back? Would he cover for Alphonso Davies? Would he start over Alphonso Davies? Well, Alphonso was benched. Alphonso didn't get played, but he did come on for a 19-minute cameo, and that cameo resulted in a goal, which was a beautiful header that was flicked on from Alphonso Davies, which saw him score with just 19 minutes played, and this was hugely needed. For me, once I saw him drop to the bench, I wasn't so concerned. This is a guy in João Cancelo who's a top player, and I think will eventually be moved to right back in this Bayern Munich setup, but Alphonso Davies was in much time of a rest. He needed a break. He needed to get back to his full self, and I think that was huge. Just give him a time off, not let him play the full 90, get 19 minutes on the pitch, score a beautiful goal, and still get a 7.8 match rating through 19 minutes. It's phenomenal how good Alphonso Davies truly is, and the fact that he's Canadian and represents our country amazingly is brilliant. Looking deeper into his stats, guys, of course, going 10 for 11 for accurate passes, an absolute joke, creating 2 chances on the pitch when he was only on for 19 minutes. 15 touches, 1 for 1 accurate long balls, defensively rock solid once again, earning himself a foul, getting fouled once, 2 for 3 ground duels won, dribbled past only once as he's playing a bit more forward anyways, having 2 recoveries, and tackled 1 for 1 in tackles won. Alphonso Davies is just the best left back in the world. You can argue and discuss it with me every single day of the week, and I will not give up. Alphonso Davies is the best left back in the world, still in my opinion. I think he's absolutely brilliant. You can put anyone up against him. He will match them for speed, quality, skill, however you have it. Today, gets on the pitch, goes back to his old self, comes on, he's rested, he's well fit, and he does produce, and he scores a beautiful header. Of course, we don't see that much from Alphonso Davies, but a header, and it was a magical header. It was sublime. Alphonso Davies, Alistair Johnston, and Sam Adekugbe, our 3 fullbacks for the national team, were absolutely out of this world today. Maybe not Sam Adekugbe as well, but he was still a rock defensively. It was an amazing day for CanMNT Soccer, as well as the John Herman news. I will potentially be making a video on that sometime in the next coming days. Let me know if you guys want to see it, guys. Hope you guys all enjoyed the roundup for today's matches. Make sure to drop a comment down below on what you guys thought about the performances, and of course all the other news going around CanMNT Soccer. Drop a comment, let me know what you guys think down below. Hit the like button, drop a sub, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.